What's good, YouTube? It's Philosojoey. Today, I'm going to be playing a Cheetah Classic Parkour. This is a brand new vehicle on GTA. I'm currently filming this on Tuesday, which is the day that we just got this vehicle or whatever. And if you guys are unfamiliar with it, it's definitely a vehicle that we had from like the older games. I'm not exactly sure if we had it in GTA 3 or not, but I want to say it was GTA 3. It was the first time that it popped up that I remember of. It may have been in like GTA 1 and 2, but I didn't really play those too much, so can't really speak to that. But yeah, it's as you can tell, it's kind of like, it almost looks like a Ferrari from like the 80s, I think, 80s or 90s, something like that. I used to have a bunch of like Hot Wheels, bunch of like little Hot Wheels cars and stuff, and one of the ones that I had was like a Ferrari, and it was like in the 90s and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what this car is. I'm not too sure. Don't crucify me for being wrong if this is not a Ferrari, but I'm pretty sure this is an older style Ferrari. But anyways, yeah, this is actually a very, very, very cool parkour. I just finished making the BMX parkour, which I'm going to be uploading before I upload this. And that BMX parkour was pretty cool, but I got back on Social Club and I decided to kind of see, I look up the same people that make these jobs or whatever, just because I know that I can rely on them to make pretty good parkours and stuff. But I looked up this dude. He makes a bunch of really good parkours for LaSalle and them. So I was like, fuck it, let's see if he's made anything. And lo and behold, he has made a parkour for this very vehicle the day that it came out. So I was very excited to try it out and stuff. And these guys that I'm playing with right now, I want to give them shout outs. El Andres and D.A. King or Duck King, I'm not sure which way that's supposed to be pronounced, but yeah, they spectated me as I did like the little run through for this and stuff, just to make sure that I could complete it. And yeah, so they're pretty cool for sticking around and stuff, because I mean, it took me like 13 minutes on the first run through, if I'm being honest. So I mean, they sat through like the whole entire run through, basically like watching, like spectating or whatever. And then I guess they wanted to play it as well, so that's pretty cool of them. I always enjoy it when people want to play like the car parkours and stuff, because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. But anyways, yeah, this is a pretty cool one though. It's interesting. I gotta make sure I don't fuck up on this, because this part right here is actually a little difficult. It's not crazy hard, but the thing that's interesting about this vehicle is that it's a very flat vehicle. Like obviously, as you can tell, it like sits very low to the ground. It's very flat. And by virtue of that, you can do some pretty interesting stuff with like parkour designing and stuff, I guess, if that's how you want to say it. Like, if you guys noticed on the very beginning, like the little ramps and stuff that I went up and just kind of like plopped down sideways. Normally, if you do that with any sort of like top-heavy car, like if I tried that with like the trophy truck or something like that, it would cause the vehicle to just like roll right off the fucking platform that I landed on. Whereas this, since it sits so low to the ground and it's so flat, it's basically like it just hits the ground and then just falls. Like, you don't have to worry about it like doing any crazy, rolling last second or anything like that. It's really smooth, and because of that, the parkour is actually very smooth. Like I said, I completed it in like 12, 13 minutes, something like that, the first run through, like, my very first time having played it. And that, you guys have watched me play plenty of car parkours and stuff, so you guys know that I'm not exactly the most skilled at these things. Most of my car parkours, honestly, like, if it's not incredibly easy, most of them take me like probably 15 minutes at the minimum to complete. So, and that's after having like tested it and stuff, having tested like different parkours and stuff. So to be able to complete this in like 13 minutes on my first go through it, I have a feeling I should be able to complete this relatively quick. We'll see though. We'll see if I'm just, maybe I just got really lucky. He is falling. He's definitely falling. That's kind of strange that I could not get enough like torque or whatever, enough pull to get my car up that little ass fucking ramp type thing. This part actually gave me quite a bit of trouble last time though. Not because I couldn't get up the thing, but just because I kept rolling off the side of it, because it's like pointed. So it's like the very thing that I just like got done praising or whatever. This is like definitely not an area that is that plays to its strengths, I guess. Having a very small flat vehicle is very fucking hard to like go over these things with. This is an area that the trophy truck would shine. The trophy truck would be a real G trying to do this. It would have no problems at all. It would just like fucking go right over it. This thing, however, this thing is not so good at that, and I'm totally gonna fall. Is there any way that I can save this? Nope. We'll just go ahead and fall. But yeah, this is realistically. I said it took me like 12 or 13 minutes to complete it on my first go through. So realistically, this shit probably took like 3 or 4 minutes of that. Like, this was actually really, really difficult. Um, it's just all about being able to like get speed without fucking falling off. I think I got a pretty good one here. Yeah. All right. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So fortunately, I was able to get across that. These jumps are not really anything too crazy. The only problem is at the end of it, there's like a tightrope type thing that you guys will see. It's not really hard. It's just kind of hard to see where you're landing, whatever, because you have to go off the ramp onto the tightrope, and it's kind of hard to see where you're supposed to land. The one thing that is definitely cool that, you know, just to add to what I was talking about with this vehicle, is that this vehicle is really fucking wide. Like, it's really wide. Like, look at where the wheels are on the tightrope, and then like look at the space between it. It's insane how wide this car is. But because of that, it actually makes going across these tightropes pretty fucking easy. I'm gonna probably fall because I just said that. I'm like, I'm sitting there like, yeah, this shit's like so easy, and then I'm gonna fall and get sad. Don't do it. Don't do it. I love it. I love like playing these parkours that I feel like confident in, because like with this being such a flat, small car, it's so great how it just like plops down on these platforms, and it's like there's no fear of it just like magically fucking rolling to the left or to the right or backwards or anything like that, just because gravity in the game wants to be a bitch and completely throw me off of stuff. This car is very cool. I played if you guys watched the stream that I did at like really, really late at night, the one I did for like 3 hours, I played a parkour that was made by the same person that they used the Infernus Classic, which I actually did not know at the time was a new vehicle to the game. Because oh, come on. What the hell? I should have been paying attention. That was my bad. But I didn't know that the Infernus Classic was something that they had just recently added to GTA 5. I do remember using it on GTA 3 specifically, so that was kind of cool to be able to play that. But the person that made this as well, so that one was very good. The ending was a little bit too hard for me to complete though, so it's nice. It's nice to know that they stepped it down, or they took it down a notch for us people that are not very good at playing their car parkours. Not everybody is fucking LaSalle and can do these things like super easy. Alright, so I'm gonna take this a little bit slower, because this is... Yeah, there we go. The first time I did that, like on the first run through, I just like did what I usually do for those sorts of things, those little gaps or whatever, and I just like fucking accelerated, like pedal to the metal type shit, and I drove completely off the side because I didn't realize there was nothing there to stop me, so had to kind of like, you know, do a little like different way of getting across. Okay, I'm gonna have to back up. Don't you do it. Oh, come on, man. Well, hopefully, eventually he should roll back. Yeah. Knowledge. Okay, what? No. Love that. I love this car so much. Like, it's so good for parkours. If you guys make like parkour death matches, you know, hint, this would be a very good vehicle to do it with. Because it's such a sturdy vehicle. Like, you don't have to worry about it like doing crazy stuff. I know I've said that like fucking 15 times already, and I'm only like 8 minutes into this, so it's like kind of dumb that I'm like talking about it so much. But you guys can tell that I really like this fucking vehicle. All right, let's see. I'm trying to remember. I think that there's not really too much actually left as far as like hard stuff goes. Most of this stuff is just like being very, what's the word? Being very, very tedious and like precise with my movements, because I don't want to drive off any of this stuff, but most of it's all pretty easy. So I think there's like maybe one other hard part. There's like these, if you guys are familiar with the green buses that they use for that most people use for parkours, I feel like it's in every fucking parkour ever made. There's a part where, oh, can I save it? Shit, that thing totally threw me off. Okay, can we save this? I am probably just gonna respawn. There's really no reason for me to continue fighting that. But the green buses that are in like every parkour that has ever been made, there's a part where you have to like drive across them, and it's not too difficult, but you can fall in like the little holes in the top of it. You guys will see what I'm talking about, because I'm sure I probably won't get it first try. And if I do, then I'll point at what I'm talking about. Oh, what the trying to watch my language. enough people have complained about it that I'm trying to be more considerate. So, what the fudge, man? What the fudge? All right, let's do this. Let's complete this. This stuff is actually really easy, so I'm kind of surprised that. Oh, come on, stop doing that. Stop going so far. It's on me though. I keep hitting the gas like way too much. This is a I guess what you would consider like an old supercar. It's not considered a supercar on the game, but in GTA 3 it was most certainly a supercar, even though they didn't really have classifications like that back then. But because of that, it is a very fast car, so it takes off very, very easily. All right. This part's not too crazy. The only thing about this is going back is actually kind of a bitch, because like going down it, you don't really notice it, but like the front wheels of the cars that are like flipped upside down are actually sticking out quite a bit. So trying to go back, like, it's kind of annoying because you have to, like, you guys can see what I'm talking about. They're like sticking out, so it's like it kind of like stops you from driving. And yeah, fucking beast mode in this. Sorry, fudging beast in this. Alright, heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I did not think I was actually going to get through that as easily as I did. Clearly, I'm not too concerned with the first place and everything like that. These guys did spectate me and stuff, but like they didn't play it, so spectating and playing they're obviously two different things. You know, it's a lot different, like trying to watch somebody play something and then trying to do it yourself, you know? Like, I learned that through many years of playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you would, oftentimes if you would finish your little story time for you guys, oftentimes if you would finish your match in Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh no, don't explode. If you were at like a tournament in Yu-Gi-Oh! And you'd finish your match, you know, you'd spectate and watch somebody else play, like maybe a friend of yours or somebody from your local card shop, that type of thing. You'd spectate them, and then you'd watch them make plays that you didn't agree with, and you'd be like, well, why'd you do that? And then you'd be in the same position yourself, and then somebody would do the same shit to you, and it's, you know, it's just different whenever you're in the quote-unquote driver's seat. And I'm not trying to be fucking stupid and use a pun because I'm obviously driving a car, but you guys understand what I'm saying. But anyways, I have to get across this, and then that right there is the finish line. Fuck yeah. So I did it in about the same amount of time, so it is what it is. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want me to, if this is something you guys think is cool enough, I will leave the link in the description because it is a pretty easy parkour. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video.